What's up, baby? Welcome back to another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia and Brian T. Licata. We're your boys. I'm your man, Gary G. Garcia, along with my brother and partner in misinformation, Brian T. Licata, doing the funky chicken, doing this patented funky chicken dance. What's up, baby? How are you, man?
I'd like that, dude. I should patent the funky chicken dance.
I think it probably is already patented for some reason.
There's a chicken dance.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's whatever it is. It's not what you're doing. I'll give you that.
I got moves
like Jagger.
Yeah. Well, dude. Speaking of moves, what did you think about the halftime show?
I mean, it was boring. I know there was all these subliminal messages. Listen, the fact of the matter is, I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan, so to speak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Kenneth Amos, what's up, baby? I'm not really a fan. Like my whole idea was why he on it anyway. I didn't feel like he was universal enough. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like I think when you put a band for the halftime show, it should be like a very universal band.
You might just be showing your age there, Doggy.
No, not really. Because back in the day, like I would say back in the day, who would you put? You put like, well, Prince did it, a Michael Jackson.
I think the league's changed a lot though since then. It's way more
Prince did it. I mean, Prince did it, and then after Prince, wasn't it Dr. Dre, which was another good one. Because it was like kind of hip hop that everybody knew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody kind of knows 90s hip hop if you know rap music. So it was a little more, to me, that was kind of like, as far as rap goes, universal. That was like universal commercial rap. Whereas, the dude got the song of the year for a diss track. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know.
I thought
it was
the production of the show was sick. Like those shots that they had of him, like all those little different scenes, I thought were cool. Well, but I think I'm the only one.
If the camera didn't move, then the only ones moving was everyone around him. He just kind of stood still and did his thing. I mean, listen, it was, I was indifferent to the whole thing. My son was yelling, "This sucks." Did the whole thing. He was yelling, "This sucks." And I'm like, what really sucks about it? I mean, I can understand what he's saying.
Uh-huh.
I mean, not a big fan anyway. You know what I'm saying? You got light shining through like mad, dude.
Yeah, I see that. I'll just switch over here.
Yeah, not the best. There you go. Now we can see you. Look at this dude. Man. Yeah, he's the producer, and I gotta set him up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give him his camera.
All of a sudden, the light changed.
Yeah, man. Well,
I'm obviously not in the studio. I am at my shore home.
It's good to have one of those, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm sure.
It is. Yeah, it is sure to please.
Yeah. But anyway, like I said, my son was screaming. My son's also a Drake fan. So he's anti, Kendrick Lamar because he's a Drake fan. Me personally, I liked Drake's music a lot more 2 years ago.
Oh, well.
Now I just seen so much shit about him that, because there was a time I didn't know anything about him. I just knew the music. And I was like, he makes good music. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now all this stuff is coming out about him that, he has a habit of dating underage chicks. He fucking, he's not really a lyricist in any sense of the word. They got him doing like, I just watched this thing the other day of the worst freestyles on Hot 97. And they had him on. He made it. He came in like third. He's in there reading it off his phone. I mean,
Really?
I mean,
well, he's an actor, bro. Let's be real. He's an actor. He started as an actor and stayed an actor the whole time. The industry made him.
Yeah. Well, when I came in, it was different. It's at the point now, freestyles are very rarely freestyles. Freestyles are verses that you haven't shared with nobody, or a freestyle verse you wrote specifically if somebody asked you to do a freestyle.
It's not a battle.
No, what I'm saying is it's not really coming off the top of their dome anymore.
Mm-hmm.
When I was coming up, freestyles were like off the top of your dome, and you would know a dude was doing it because he'd be spitting some crazy shit, and then he would get stuck eventually. He'd be like, eventually you get stuck,
Right.
it's at the point now where like these dudes were doing horrible freestyles, but they were freestyling. It was obvious, like it was mad obvious that they were making this shit up as they go along.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they were giving them, I guess you can give them props just for that. You know, but it also just shows, you know, where it's come from. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's always been that type of thing. There were people who wrote songs, and there were people who freestyle raps. You know, and a lot of times, a freestyler really couldn't transition to just writing 16 bars with a hook, and you know what I'm saying? Like they were great at freestyling, but it's a whole different ball game to write something of substance. You know,
right?
But when I was coming up in the 90s, most artists could do that. You know, like my man Ken Do, he used to just make songs off the top of his head. It'd be amazing to watch. Like
that's pretty crazy.
But like he'd repeat himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd get up there, he'd spit until he got stuck, and then he'd go back, start over, and then come up with it. Like, and he would just keep repeating it, and then he would just have like within, I'd say, about 10, 15 minutes to do it, have a track, yo.
I mean, that's kind of like a stand-up in a certain way. You know, you hear somebody, like I've heard you tell a story, and then like first time, and then a couple times later, it's then a bit, and more or less the same original. It's kind of the same structure, but it changes. You know, it's like that's why I think
it's much more polished.
Yeah, and I think your comedy is almost like freestyle comedy.
Sometimes lately it's been, because now I'm in transition. Since I put out the mixtape, I'm no longer doing any of those bits. So
yeah, but even
now I'm in transition. So now there's a lot of freestyling going on.
But how do you get to the bit? How do you get to that half hour? It's just I feel like it's just a series of 5 to 10 minute freestyles that you string together.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens. I'll say something. If it gets a really good hit, I'll be like, oh, all right, I'm gonna keep that, and then I'll say it again the next day and kind of build off of it, and then eventually it becomes, you know, and then there'll be stuff that I say like I'm saying now that'll probably not make the cut.
Well, of course,
Then when I finish, you know, when I get bored of this stuff, because I kind of, in my mind, kind of did everything I could do with it, then I'll bring that stuff back in a way and see if there's some way I could bring this. You know, sometimes the good stuff sticks in my head.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Like people go, if you don't write it down, how do you remember? Because the good stuff, if it's worth me repeating, it sticks in my head. You know, there's a lot of shit that comes in my head that I'm like, I could never say that. But you know what? What also happens though is like I'll be taking a shower and I'll do a 20-minute set in the shower, like in my head.
Right. Well, out loud.
And then not out loud, like literally in my head. And like I see it too. Like I see myself on stage. I see people laughing at it. I'm laughing to myself while I'm taking the shower. And then I get out and I forget everything. I get out and I'm like, let me write some of this shit down, some of it, at least the concept. And then I'll get out and I'll be like, what the fuck was I talking about?
You walked one person out of the shower.
Yeah, myself. I don't even, like I said, you know. But so I'm not a really big fan. But I thought it was okay. You know me, I'm looking for the subliminal.
Right, for sure. Okay, now from a production and from a show, like if you just saw that as like a show, I'd be like, yo, that shit was hot. Like that was a nice, like, dude, I liked the dancing. I liked how they had the female dancers and they had the all male dancers. I thought the sets were cool, how they were running. You know, I mean,
I'm just saying.
I'm saying I was watching it as I'm watching a show, and I was like, that was a good show. Did he do great? I mean, but it's, you know,
he didn't do bad.
I'm not a big Kendrick fan either.
But I'm not a big these kind of shows anymore with 1 million people on the stage and everyone's doing something but the person that you paid to see. And I'm more of a guitar, drums, bass, real instruments kind of dude. I remember when all you needed was a couple of lights and the band itself was enough to watch. Like the band itself would keep you.
Zeppelin is doing next year's.
Zeppelin? Aren't they dead?
Yeah, probably.
No, I think Robert Plant's still alive.
Yeah, dude.
The only one dead is the guitarist.
You
and the drummer.
The time you were born, you got, I feel like, the best stretch of music to be around for, because
the devil don't make good songs anymore.
No, he doesn't, dude.
He's not even trying anymore,
bro.
Devil's not even trying anymore. You know how many songs don't even have words?
Jazz.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, you know, they have lyrics, but they're not real words. Big up to Jasmine. Good to see you this weekend, love. As beautiful as ever. Every time I see you, you're more beautiful than the last time.
Oh.
I'm so glad she's on this earth.
He says that to all his daughters, Jasmine.
Yeah, I do.
You.
Nah, I just remember when the band was enough. You know, I like
Mm.
to see a live band.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. We're way past that.
You know, like you think of like
Yeah.
there was a
That's what I'm
live
saying. When was
band
the
up there.
last
You
Super
think they
Bowl
would
that
have had
was?
a million people running all over the place? That wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, when was the last? Okay, I got the full list of every Super Bowl halftime show. I mean, I'm trying to think of when. Oh, they had Eminem, Dr. Dre, and Mary J. Blige, 2021.
That was the one where Mary J dropped flat on her back like a dead fish, and like just like with her big self just dropped to the fucking floor, and nobody said nothing about that. Like when I saw that, I was like, this shit is gonna be all over the internet. She looked like a fucking fat piece of ham just flopping on the floor, right? And I'm like, why did she do that? I couldn't understand why she did it. I said, they're going to abuse her on the internet, but nothing. Everybody let that slide. Everybody let it slide that she just threw her ass down on the blah. You know, that to me, that was the equivalent of when Shakira did that. Remember when she did that shit?
I like Shakira, though.
I like Shakira, but when she did that, I was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
I couldn't help it. I was just like, what the fuck?
Oh, this was the one they were on the bus. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find
I mean, don't get me wrong, the whole show was dope though. The Dre shit I thought was dope.
What's that? The Drake show?
The Dre. When Dr. Dre did it, he brought it.
That one.
I thought that was
dope.
dope. You know,
okay.
I even think, you know, Rihanna minus the
Rihanna, Jermaine Dupri, her, Will I Am, Lil Jon. Oh, that one sucked last year. This wasn't good.
Don't even remember Ushers. Don't even remember Ushers.
Yeah, then Rihanna. You said you
like
that
Rihanna
one?
did. I thought Rihanna did a thing considering she was pregnant. I thought it was, you know, if you take away all the subliminal satanic and Illuminati shit in the background, it was decent.
Let's just say we forgo that for these discussions.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to take away all the subliminal shit.
Take away all of it.
Exactly.
Just as
look at it.
Just as this show is intended to be for entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes only. Please don't take anything we're saying to heart. Even though right now we're good. We haven't said anything. Right? I don't even know. I very rarely remember what just came out of my mouth. It's weird, but I remember arguments. All right. So where we at? Rihanna. I thought Rihanna's was good.
Yeah,
I thought Eminem and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and them were good. Although Mary, when she flopped on her back, I don't understand how we let her get away with that. The Weeknd didn't like it.
Yeah, it was weird. He's
garbage. He's another person. See, here's the thing. He's another person that to me didn't have enough hits. I mean, I'm not anyone. I don't know his hits. Put it that way. I didn't know his music enough for him to be on the Super Bowl stage. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe it's me.
He was pretty big, dude. He was big. The Weeknd's huge.
I mean, he was big at the moment. He was big at the moment of that time, but is that usually they get people who are just big across the board? Like if you look,
Kendrick,
if you start
Usher,
from the bottom,
Alicia.
if you go down to the bottom and come up instead of going backwards,
you don't even need to do that, dude. I mean, I think.
I'm just saying.
All of these people are universally famous, bro.
Rihanna got enough hits. She was
Eminem,
around for a while.
Dre.
You know. Then you got Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, Bad Bunny. I didn't care for that one. I didn't care for it.
Well, they were going for the Spanish vote that year, dog.
Whatever. I didn't care for it.
Was that the one in Miami?
Never been a big J-Lo fan. Never been a big Shakira fan. Although I would pick Shakira over J-Lo when it comes to pretty much, I guess, anything. I never seen her act, but
oh yeah, dude. That was the Super. It was in Miami that year. So they had to get that was the Spanish one. She was in Miami.
Yeah, I'm just saying I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it. What else we got there?
Going back.
I didn't care for it. It was just whatever.
Maroon 5.
Travis Scott, big boy. Don't remember that one at all. Justin Timberlake, man. Lady Gaga. Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno Mars. So I guess Coldplay was the
feature.
Was the main, I guess. Yeah, I guess, right? I don't remember that one either. Katy Perry, Lenny Kravitz, and Missy Elliott, garbage. Bruno, I like Bruno Mars.
Yeah, and the Chili Peppers are good too.
And I like the Chili Peppers. In fact, the Chili Peppers, Well, the last band I ever seen perform on a award show when I watched an award show. That was the
Wow,
last
okay.
show I watched when they performed. King Handle says, Gary, they should have had J-Lo. J-Lo's laying low, yo. J-Lo's laying low. Jenny from the block. Jenny with the cock.
Jenny with that talk.
Jenny with the strap-on cock. Yeah, I didn't care for. Didn't Prince do that once?
I mean, dude, it's got to be a long time since Prince.
No, I could have sworn it was like not too long ago.
Well, you're wrong
Did he do-
because
did
we're
he do
going
Purple-
we're going
Didn't
in
he
order.
do Purple Rain?
2007, dog.
Oh, okay, there you go. But he did it. Yeah, I remember it rained. It was raining, and he did Purple Rain. All right, hold on. So let's go back up a little bit. What was the last one we looked at?
Yeah, see, dude, this is where it ended in 2010 with the Who. That was the last good band. They had Black Eyed Peas.
Well, no,
I'm
they
sorry,
had
2011.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, but I mean, with Bruno Mars.
I like Bruno Mars. Bruno
but
Mars is a person that to me can hold down a Super Bowl. He's entertaining. He dances just as much as the people around him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Prince did Purple Rain in the rain, dude. That's what I'm saying. And then you still look at those names now. Look at the names we're looking at now.
Trash, bro. Garbage.
No, go back. Go back up. Put it up. Bring it up. Let's look at it. I'm just saying, if you look at Madonna, okay, I get Madonna. Whether you're a fan or not, I get it.
Yeah.
Black Eyed Peas. I don't know. The Black Eyed Peas, I really don't get. The Who, I get it.
I disagree with that, dude. The Black Eyed Peas are great. Big fan.
They're great, but I'm saying I'm sure there's a bunch of people who have no idea who the Black Eyed Peas are. There's no one that don't know who Madonna is.
That's true.
Whether young or old,
are pretty up there, dude. They've been on, nighttime, daytime TV. They've been on everything.
All right,
been around.
Name 3 people in the Black Eyed Peas.
That doesn't matter. I still know who they are, and I know their songs.
But I'm saying name 3 people in the Black Eyed Peas.
I can't name 3 people in the Who, bro. But that doesn't mean I don't know who they are, dog. Same thing with Zeppelin. I don't know the people's names in Zeppelin or Red Hot Chili Peppers or whatever.
You're not a fan. That's right.
I know, but I'm just
you don't know music. You're just a slub.
But I'm the person you should be. That's for the Super Bowl.
Why?
Because that's the conversation we're having.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Who is universally known?
Yeah, well, I don't think Black Eyed Peas really is universal as you think. Polar Knight said, I enjoyed the music and I did a good deed. I donated 5 Chiefs helmets for the special needs kids for when they need to get on the bus. Nice. And that's nice of you, man. King Hannah says, Chris Stapleton would have been good. I can see Shabuzi next year if he keeps it up. Shabuzi? Who the fuck is Shabuzi?
Dude, you don't know Shabuzi, dog?
No. Should I know Shabuzi?
Yeah, Shabuzi, cousin with Shabizi.
Is that the dude who sings that bar song?
Yes, from Around the Clock. Around the Way.
Dude, you're completely in the dark now, man. What's going on with you, man?
Dude, I got some sun issues. Dude, I'm not on my home turf. I got some issues
it looks
going
better
on.
when you are. As if Chris Stapleton would have been good. I think the Who's good. I think like those are bands, and they're known. Even if you don't know them, you know the music. I guess I'll give Black Eyed Peas, but I didn't, Timur says these guys going off script. Who?
Oh, am I frozen now?
Yeah, you are frozen.
All right, hold on.
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast.
I'll be back in a second. Hold on.
I think it's not odd to say that we are having, some difficulties over here. Isn't that the norm? You know why? Because Brian's the producer. And he complains that I don't pay him. But the truth of the matter is, if he didn't do this shit all the time, he'd probably have a paying gig, right? Is it us? Could it possibly be me? Or could it be that Brian's just no good at what he does? I don't know. What did you guys think about the halftime show, man? You got my opinions on it. Let's see. We'll go back to some of these. Go into the comments right here. Should have had J-Lo. Prince did Purple Rain in the Rain. I enjoyed the music and did a good deed. I mean, like I said, I didn't think it was bad. My son was like,
you got a comment from King Handles.
Oh, Brian is a DEI hire. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The halftime show was boring. I thought it was a little boring. I'd rather see Nah, I don't know, man. It's like all that shit just doesn't do it for me anymore. If you're not playing live, I don't want to hear it. Polo Knight says, Brian, I never seen a dial-up setup before. Can you take a picture of your setup?
I got you, dog. I didn't have a light. That's the variable. I was trying to do it in this light over here. I didn't bring a light with me.
Now the Timberlake one, is that the one when he ripped the titty thing off of
That was Janet Jackson, right?
Janet Jackson was the
titty?
one doing it, and she bore it on Justin.
Janet, well, it was her titty.
No, it was her titty. Yeah, it was her titty.
Yeah, that was that was in 2004.
That was like, I remember when that shit happened. I remember going, did they just show her titty? That was it. And you know what? That's what everybody who saw it thought, like, that wasn't there. Everybody, even probably the people who were there, because the lights went out right afterwards. Everybody was just like, did I just see a titty? And they had to go out of their way to be like, yes, you saw her titty. You know, when they made this big thing about it. Meanwhile, if you didn't make a big thing about it, everyone would have just been stuck on, did I just see her titty?
Right.
But then they had to make this huge thing, get the titty from every angle. And now everybody, you know, wants to make a problem. But nobody saw the titty from every angle till you showed it to us.
Yeah. It was nice, though. I mean, that was a nice thing to have happen during the Super Bowl. Right.
I mean, and then the fact to say it was a malfunction was the dumbest shit to go about it. You should have just said, yeah, it was a titty. To sit there and say, oh, it was a mouth. Dude, you pulled right where the titty is and the titty popped out with a star and the nipple coming through. It was ready to make its appearance. Like it was dressed up. It was wearing an outfit for the halftime show. So what do you mean that was a fucking... Just man up and be like, yeah, I pulled her titty out. What is the big fucking deal? Bro says one of the worst halftime performances ever. Which one? This one or
the he's talking about this one?
Oh, I cannot identify with the singer, if we can call him that. Well, he wasn't a singer. He's a hip hop artist. They were going for a younger demographic. Kendrick is average as fuck. Dude got one chair for A minor. King Hannah says, I'm not a fan of the crip walking gang shit going mainstream at the Super Bowl and national events. People get unalived over that stuff. That is true. Although it's a dope ass fucking dance. Not gonna lie. That shit is, I can't do it. Don't try to learn how to do it. Because just like you said, you know, it's not necessarily something you should be doing. I don't think they've given that right out, but it is a cool move. It's a cool dance.
It was Venus Williams.
Yeah, and supposedly she's the ex of Drake.
Oh.
And supposedly when she did it, she was directly in the middle of the X on the stage. There was, like I said, a bunch of subliminals. He had the small A, the chain for the small A.
Yeah, what was up with that?
A minor.
That's what that was?
Yeah.
I don't like that, dude, because it seems like it's like, why is he like, and that's the whole thing I never understood with Kendrick. I remember hearing
was a huge fan.
His mixtapes when he was K-Dot, and I listened to it and then put it and then just didn't listen to him again. Like it wasn't anything, you know, super spectacular, right? But he has this like thing of being the underground rapper, but he's so mainstream. That's what I don't get. Like he's going at Drake saying all this shit like he is some underground rap, but he's not. Like he's mainstream as fuck. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, and to me, people have always been like, he's the shit, he's the shit, he's the shit. But like, I don't know. I never saw it. King Hannah says, Brian, Serena, you're getting your black people confused again.
Oh, sorry.
That's what Brian does, man. You know, Brian's very open about his racism.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't I be? You know. Wow, this lighting sucks.
Well, yeah, I know. But like I said, it's not like you always have great lighting anyway. You're always in some sort of dark cave. Look at this, man. What's going on? What are you in a nightclub?
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to move.
Did you not pay your electric? Are the lights going out in the place?
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, when they first said he was on there, I was like, get out of here. Why him?
Oh, that's
I don't know.
Better.
I don't know. You know. Did I think it sucked? Would I say it was the worst ever? I don't know. I've missed a couple of them, you know. Bro says her sister was killed by gang violence and she is doing a crip dance at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I saw that online. I didn't know if that was true.
Yeah, I heard that too. Either way, I don't think Papa Deuce is going to be proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a dope move, man. You know, Timor says they are called curtains. What are we talking about? Vaginal lips?
Oh, he's talking about me with the sun coming in.
Oh. I thought I was like, were we talking about pussy?
Yeah.
King Handel says Kendrick's mainstreaming is relatively new.
Nah, dude, since Sit Down, Be Humble, he's been mainstream, dog.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
That was
Sit
that was
down,
it.
be humble.
And
everybody was like
swimming pools. That was in like 2009.
Yeah. When Sit Down, Be Humble, I liked it. It was a cool track, but right there, everybody's like, oh, he's this, he's that, he's the next, this, next. I was like, I don't see it.
Yeah.
And even now, like his new album, everybody's giving him. And like I said, I haven't heard the whole album. I heard some tracks. And I let it play when it's on my shit. I let it play. I like They Not Like Us, but I only like the beat, really. You know, that's the shit. You know, I don't really care for the I really don't.
Yeah, I'm with
doesn't do it for me, man.
I gotta plug this in. Hold on.
To be honest, I'm happy. I'm happy that a lot of these old school artists are starting to come back, releasing shit. Like I don't know if y'all heard the new Redman shit. The new Redman shit is fire. You know, and then you got Ice Cube every now and then who'll throw some shit out there that's fire. And I don't know. I'm glad we got some old school people putting up some good shit. I'm tired of all the just everybody else sounding the same, man. You know, and why not? Why can't they? If it's dope, you know, like I don't know how Ice Cube keep doing that. Every time he release new shit, it's fire. You know, and the dude's my age and he's still coming up with shit that's fire. Even Redman, if you ain't heard it, y'all check out the song Jersey from Redman. That shit is fucking.
Oh, that was dope, dude. Yeah. That was dope.
That motherfucker said I shit on a track. Bubble guts. That shit is fucking dope. Themo says even the commercials were weak. Well, you know what they were doing? They were showing all the old commercials. That I liked because they did like the top 10 of the old commercials. So they showed like the old one with the babies talking. King Handel says Red and Meth, Rockweiler is Fuego. Yeah, but yo, they're all coming out with new shit. All you gotta do, they're not promoting it on mainstream. But if you look up their names, all of them motherfuckers is dropping albums and they're dope. King Handel says Brian looks like he is squatting in random people's homes and wearing their soiled underwear.
Who told you?
The clean ones are there, but he prefers his out the hamper. Shit, man. You do have that look, dog.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Well, we are squatting. We're at my wife's aunt's house right now. You've been over here.
Does she know?
No, they're in Florida, and we still got the key.
Oh, yes. Yeah, squatting. Yeah. I mean, is it squatting if you just stay a day? Bro says, I felt left out. There was nothing in there for me.
Oh, at the halftime show?
Yeah, I mean, listen. And I'll give him this. I'll give him this. He didn't have no people on it with him either. He only had that one chick.
Oh, SZA.
That sang the hook.
Yeah, SZA.
So I'll give him credit for, you know, he held down his whole shit, which means he probably doesn't put a lot of people on his shit. There was nothing in it. I mean, that's the time where you're supposed to, you know, go use the bathroom.
Right. Yeah.
I personally had to go smoke a cigarette outside the house because my son don't let no smoking in the house. So that I took that as the opportunity, but he's on the first floor. So I watched it through the window.
Yeah. Well, was this lady there?
His lady? Yeah.
Yeah. She's pregnant, bro. What are you doing?
No, I know, but I'm saying nowhere in the house, even before she was pregnant. He doesn't allow smoking cigarettes in the house. I could go into another room. You know, of course, I don't smoke in front of pregnant women, man. But I'm just saying, I took that opportunity to go outside.
Do you buy cigarettes for pregnant women?
I like to look for pregnant women smoking on the boardwalk and then smack it out of their hands. Brian says, King Anderson says, Brian, you try on the aunt's pantyhose yet, or are you waiting till nighttime?
Nighttime.
Right now, he's wearing her thong. I can tell by the look on his face. Themo says she was the highlight, though. I mean,
I like SZA.
You like scissoring. We're
Yeah.
talking about the artist. Bro says compared to other halftime shows, it was pure shit. Well, that's what I'm saying. We were trying to find one that was worse, but the other one seemed like, I mean, like I said, I don't care for all. I think one of the best ones was Prince. I think Prince held it down.
Oh.
I think Dr. Dre held it down. I don't remember Madonna's in particular. I mean, I remember watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I liked it, to be
You know,
honest.
I
But I
mean-
understand her being on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking Madonna.
I thought Beyonce sucked too. King Handel
but-
says, Brian, if you get a yeast infection, you know where it came from.
It's disgusting, dog. Why would you
King
say
Handels is going hard on you today, man.
that? Yeah, that's all
King
right.
Handels going hard on you today, man. Why, Brian? What you do? What you do, Brian?
I don't know. I guess, like you, my friends have no respect for me.
My friends all respect me. It's my family and loved ones that
No,
do.
I'm saying you don't respect me. You are my friend. King Handels
Oh.
is my friend, and both of you don't respect me.
I respect you.
Gary,
If I stop being your friend ever, did I ever say I don't hang out with barren boys?
yeah, dude, my new nickname's the Pine Barons.
You down with the barons?
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be the robber barons.
Nah,
Baron
but keep
Trump.
trying. Keep trying, dog. You're gonna get there, man.
Yeah,
and it's
Well,
gonna be
it's,
special.
it's
Gonna be special when it
we're going to-
happens.
we're
I
going
mean,
to
the
Florida
baby. The
this
baby's
week.
gonna be special.
That's fucked up.
Dude, you know what you gotta do, first of all, man? If you really want to have a kid, you gotta stop fucking tossing all of them down your drain in your bathroom. Start fucking putting them to some use.
Well, I usually do it in my hand, and then
See,
I
the
dump it in
word is the
sink.
word is out. That's the thing. The word is out. They feel like it's not even worth anything because they
Mm.
know it's not. We're not going anywhere. There's no light at the end of that tunnel.
They usually go in the
Or better
hand,
yet,
right?
there is a
And then-
light at the end of the tunnel. We're not in vagina. There's a light at the end of that tunnel. D-Moore says, respectfully, G sounds funny enough to be a full show. Oh, thank you, D-Moore. Bro says, Brian, you look younger without the mustache.
Oh, it's just thin. Just trim down,
Fuck boy. Waka, waka, waka. That's my own sound effects. Fuck boy, fuck, 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 fuck boy. Waka, waka, waka.
Well, that should do well for the algorithm.
Waka, waka, waka.
It's like
Fuck
it sounds.
Look,
it's
fuck
like
the algorithm. Okay,
you see, it's
that's
like a
the
waka,
thing.
waka waka. You said a fucka
Why?
waka waka waka. It sounds
Why?
like-
What's waka waka waka?
That's what Fozzie Bear does. That sound effect was like a young Fozzie getting raped.
Oh, well, now there you go. If that didn't do it, you had to put the little, there
Well, you
go.
said fuck the algorithm, dude. So I mean, if we're
Well,
gonna
no,
go for it,
fuck
let's
the
go for it.
algorithm, but I don't mean purposely fuck ourselves.
No,
But I'm just saying there's
that's what
certain
you
things I
said.
won't do.
What that
Fuck
voice?
the algorithm. Because you know what happens is, and that's what they were saying, where like a lot of podcasts go wrong. Because what happens is they want to get into the algorithm. So they start talking about shit and putting shit that everyone's talking about because that's where the algorithm takes them. Not us, baby. We will forever have a very little bit of followers. We will forever stay the show with nowhere to go.
It's really like the island of misfit people on the podcast,
Really?
Like, I think so. Yeah,
Well,
I think
assume that anyone listening to us has to be a misfit. Maybe
No,
they like
no.
slumming it.
what they
Maybe,
like.
maybe watching us makes them feel better about themselves because they're like,
Oh well, clearly.
well, no, I would think there's a couple of people that like really resonate with us, man. Bro says, see you in 30 days. Are you doing are you getting locked up?
Who,
Did
me?
you get locked up, man? You gotta do 30 days, dog.
Oh,
What
he said
happened?
I'm going to Florida.
Oh,
He
you're
said
going
I'm
to
going
Florida.
to Florida. Yeah, that could be a euphemism for going to rehab, but it's not.
Oh,
Misfits and
misfits and broken toys. Yeah, that's another thing, man. That they even had an island like that. I'm pretty sure Santa knew about that place. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do nothing to help. Santa's a piece of shit.
Scumbag.
Of Uncle Sam Jackson.
Weird.
It was real weird.
Yeah, dude.
man.
There was kind of like a blackface kind of old
Well,
timey
once again,
sort of
it's
thing.
the subliminal thing
Yeah.
of he's known for playing the Uncle Tom, you know, and now he's up there. And the whole thing was supposed to be about like, game over and
Yeah,
all
what
that
was it with what
stuff.
was it with that? I didn't
How the black people came out of the flag, and it was like that's supposed to mean how America was built on the backs of slaves.
really. That's what that was.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm getting from all the things online as to what the subliminal things were.
Yeah, because I didn't. And when
Because
you
everyone's
looked
like,
at
it
it,
was genius, and I'm like, all right,
well, what was it?
maybe
They
it
had
was. I'm no
the
genius.
PlayStation controller. Like it was the
Yeah,
circle, the X, the square, the triangle.
yeah. I guess he was trying to say he's not playing the game. He's not in it. He's not playing the game, and then the whole thing.
Oh, he is. He's at the biggest game, dog.
Turn your TV off.
He's
And I'm like, why are you encouraging everyone to shut you off right now? Because I'm sure there's a bunch of people that were like, you know what? Click. I'll put my TV back on in 4 minutes.
Yeah, that was I was trying to when I was watching it. I'm like, what's up with the PlayStation controls? Like, what? Like, I don't get it. Like, I didn't get what act they just did. It didn't make any sense. Like, they were running down the street. Like, I would have to watch it again. I
don't know, man. That sort of rebellion to me is just Uncle Sam saying no, no, no. That type of subliminal shit or like rebellion. Is it really rebellion? Like, is it really rebellion? I don't know, man. To me, rebellion is the Doors going on. What was the name? What was that dude's name? The dude who
there
said
was a lot of patriotism.
We have a really big show. What was that dude's name?
Mm-hmm.
Famous guy. He used to have the talk show. Met the Beatles went on his show and they became huge.
Carson?
No, before him, man. You don't remember the dude? Be like, we have a really big show. He used to say show like shoe. Man, what the fuck's his name? Now you're gonna have to find it. It's right on the tip of my tongue too.
Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan show. Yeah. So
Sullivan.
when the Doors did the Ed Sullivan show, the famous story is they told him he couldn't say "get much higher," and they wanted him to change the word, and he was like, "All right, I'll do that." But then when he went on stage, he sang this song just like he always did, and he leaned right into the camera and he said, "Girl, we couldn't get much higher," right in the camera. To me, that's rebellion. Between you and the fucking, you know what I'm saying? And then afterwards, they were like, "You'll never be on this show again." He's like, "I just did it."
Yeah.
And that's how I look at it. To me, that's true rebellion. All that subliminal shit, man. Timur says a lot of flag symbolism. King Handel says plot twist. There was no deep meaning. It was just meant to be provocative and let the plebs fill in the blanks with speculation. Or let
plebes.
People,
yeah, plebs. Yeah, I think it's plebes.
People. What's plebes? Timur said when he did the black, I was hoping for some hoax shooting symbolism.
No, a plebe isn't like in ancient Rome. Like I think that's what they called like the common people, plebes.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's more layers to this thing than we think. Like I said,
I thought it was interesting. They kept calling it America's game, and I'm like, no, America's game is baseball. It's not football. Like they kept saying that the whole time. They were like, America's game. It's like, dog, that's fucking. It's baseball.
All right, let's talk about the game. Did you enjoy the game?
Yeah. A plebeian is a commoner in ancient Rome. That's the definition of plebe. So,
man.
Yeah, dude, I did watch the game, and I was shocked. I was shocked that the Chiefs didn't win. Right, I thought they were going to win, but then I thought about it a little bit more, and like they can't make them win everyone, right? So,
Well, I mean, if they would have won, they would have had the three-peat.
Right.
Which, by the way, what's his name owns that, right? Pat Riley. Is it Pat Riley or the other dude? Who was the other dude that coached?
Pat Riley. Yeah.
Yeah, Pat Riley owns that shit. Ain't that crazy? Like if they want to put that on a shirt or something like that, they got to pay him.
That's fucking fire.
But I thought they were gonna do that. I thought that was in the writing, but
I guess not.
I guess not. And I found it to be like it was exciting for the first quarter, maybe.
Yeah.
But Timur says it's Patrick Gay. I thought it was nice to see him get smashed.
He's got
Patrick Mahoney.
Yeah, he's got a little twinkle in his eye.
I call him Mahon. Patrick Mahon, which means shit in Spanish. I don't know why I call him that. Because I really don't hate the guy or nothing like that. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
He's better than me. And the game was exciting for the first half. It was exciting because you were like, oh, all right, they're gonna set this up. Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, they're going to set it up for a
They're going to set
comeback
it
in
up
the
for a
second
nice
in the second
comeback.
half.
They're going to
Yeah.
make it an exciting game. But then, the third quarter started, and it was like, all right, yeah, I guess nothing's really going to happen.
Don't you think it's funny though how many people still like buy it?
Some dude put $1 million bet for the Chiefs to win.
No, dude, I'm sure a bunch of people did that. My boy said he saw somebody put 60 grand down last night at Ocean on the Chiefs after they were down 10-0. He put 60 G's down because the odds, shot up, and he thought that the same thing, that they were going to come back. So he put 60 racks
lost
down.
60 G's.
He saw him after the game, bro.
See, I bet
he got fucking punched in the stomach.
But see, here's the difference. I bet his game was exciting. I bet he, if
really, bro? No, I think 5 minutes into that third quarter, he was fucking throwing up in the bathroom.
Exactly. It had feeling and emotion tied to it. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, he probably didn't even root for any of those teams on a regular basis. King Handel says Andy has to come back to Philly. We're sorry.
Yeah, I do like Andy Reid. Always liked him.
Yo, the fact of the matter is that Super Bowls in general, if your team's not in it, they suck.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they're sucky games. And the only time they were really good games is when my team was in it. And the game itself was actually a good game. They went to like the wire.
Oh, dude,
that was with the Giants.
Yeah, with the Giants, dude. Those Giants Super Bowls were fucking great.
Yeah, they were fun to watch, even if
David
do caught it in his face thing. You know what I'm saying? It was like
there's wild games. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it definitely is. It's actually been
bro said football is going from sport to show.
But it has. I mean, but they admit it. It's called entertainment now, where it used to be called sports. Now it's entertainment.
Well,
it's
sort of like entertainment.
I mean, listen, fixed or not fixed, they do. It's under the category of entertainment now.
Where?
But here's the thing.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean by that, dude?
Like, in other words, it's not. It's like it's under the category of like wrestling. The same thing wrestling is under.
Yeah, but when you're saying it's under the category in the eyes of,
I mean, it's not real. It doesn't.
You know that, dude, but I don't think everyone else
entertainment
does,
purposes only. It's for
entertainment
purposes. There's no real. But here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We know that. I don't think everybody else does, though.
But here's the thing. Even when it comes to fixing games, right? Like yesterday, whatever. Some people are gonna, of course, say it was fixed or whatever. They still have to make those plays. Like that dude still, when he threw that fucking bomb, still had to catch it. And somebody could sit there and say whatever. The dude was running his ass off.
Yeah, but that's not what they're fixing. They're fixing the final outcome of the score. It doesn't matter what happens in the game. It just matters if shit gets covered. It doesn't matter how.
What I'm saying is that
or a winner.
The plays still got to be made.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
They still got to be made.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. Cliffy, what's going on, baby? Good to hear from you. Hello, fellas. It's all entertainment. I didn't watch it. I was busy reading a book. Good for you,
awesome,
man.
Cliffy. Hell yeah.
Good for you. That's what more people should do nowadays, man. Reading is fundamental. At least that's what they told me, But yeah, I like a good read. A good book. I need a good book to read. King Handel says sports are struggling with ratings and ticket sales while salaries are the highest it's ever been.
That's true.
What do you think about that trade that the Mets did with that dude for 15 years and he's making like what, close to $1 billion or something?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Bro 12002 says there's a sports union and if it goes to entertainment, we played by different rules. But I'm just saying they have like deals with FanDuel and shit like that. So obviously, there's something going on, obviously, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's kind of when they hooked up and did this stuff with FanDuel, I was like, that's it. Like that's it. It's definitely faked or rigged.
I mean, like I said, it's rigged in the sense of, they're going to try to push for an outcome, but I don't think that outcome is always going to be definite.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I don't know about that, dude, because I feel like the like if it's like they know how the movie's gonna end, dog. You know what I'm saying? They know how the movie's going to end. They just might not know what might happen in there. But it's like, it just takes a couple of refs or something like that. Like the plays, they can't write. Like they can't make
So
the
it's
guy
like
catch
It's
the.
like Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they know
Exactly,
where they're
bro.
supposed to go with it. They're
Yeah,
just gonna
yeah,
make it up
yeah.
as they go.
And it's also, oh yeah, dude, that's funny as fuck. Themore says, I thought it was ironic. Caesars hosted the Super Bowl. The casino itself is the name of the arena. Yeah, it's the Caesar Superdome, dude. Yeah, it's like, bro, it's like, yeah, it's like,
Well, I mean, that's a
come on,
fact. All sports is modern day lion fucking
but
fights and
oh,
shit.
well, that's that. Yeah, that's a little deeper of a meaning. Also,
Yeah.
if it was at Caesar's Coliseum, then that would have been even better.
I think it's crazy that like when you go to Caesars out here, the casino, when you go there and they got all these like statues of Caesar holding little kids, and like I'm just like, am I bugging over Caesar like a bad dude?
Oh, not really.
No, he was a good dude.
Well,
Just
there's a bunch.
debaucherous. Just
There was
debaucherous.
there was a bunch of Caesars.
Well,
There's
that's
Julius
true.
Caesar, Augustus
Well,
Caesar,
who's
Caesar
Caesar's
salad.
after? Who's Caesar's after? Is there any one, or it's just all the Caesars?
I think it's just all of. I think it's just a style. I think it's kind of like Longhorn Steakhouse. It's not after a specific cow. It's just cows in general.
So who are those statues of? They're like of nobody in particular. They're not real. It's not like Julius, because I always thought it was Julius Caesar.
Well, how
Just
about
right
next
off the
time you
bat.
walk in there, see
But
if there's
that
like
could
a
be
little,
between
there's
him.
there's a little plaque.
Was Caligula a Caesar?
He was.
So was he called Caligula Caesar?
Caesar Caligula, I think. Caesar means czar.
Yeah,
right?
I know, but didn't they call Julius Caesar? They didn't call him Caesar Julius. They called him Julius Caesar.
I don't know what his real name was.
I'm thinking the first name was Julius, wasn't it? Or did they change their names like
it was Gaius Julius Caesar.
All right. So what was what's his name?
Augustus.
What was Calig? Who was Caligula?
Okay, so let's see.
Don't forget the butter. You ever seen that movie? When I was growing up.
His name was Gaius Caesar Augustus Germanicus. His name was Caligula. That was his
Caligula.
Nickname.
Yeah, that was his nickname.
Caligula.
That's when you know.
What a fucking badass nickname, dog. Caligula. Dude. Look at this little motherfucker. It looks like a fucking woman.
He looked like a freak, dude.
Yeah, he looked like a freak.
He looked like a freak, dude. For sure. He reminds me of the son in Game of Thrones. Remember the psycho son who was shooting the hookers with the bow and arrow?
Yes.
That's what he reminds me of.
Yeah, it looks just like him. Joffrey, King Joffrey.
Yeah, dude. That's what he reminds me of, dude. How old was he?
That's probably who they wrote him after.
Oh, Caligula. I mean, to come up with that name, dude. Like, where did that name?
He died in 19. He was 28 when he died.
And how long was he Caesar for?
How long was his reign?
Yeah.
He got assassinated. He was emperor from the year 37 to 41. So that's 5 years. Or 4 years. No, 5. Yeah, 5 years.
And he was how old when he died? 28.
Mm-hmm.
So he was 23
when
he became. Yeah, he definitely was doing dumb shit. He definitely was doing. You can't let no 23-year-old run.
He was Julius Caesar's son, Caligula.
Isn't that normally how it went, or did they have some sort of vote?
I know, but no. There could be a succession like that unless somebody took over. But I'm just saying, I didn't know that they were that close in age. Like I didn't know Julius Caesar and Caligula.
So now you got a young dude whose father used to run shit. So he grew up spoiled. And now he running shit. He definitely was doing some dumb shit. What the King Handle say?
All right, we got a couple. Hold on. Let me go back.
Demore says reinforcing this fake history, living in a fantasy. So you don't believe in the Roman Empire? Caesar never existed. Joseph Scalager, the one person who wrote the history, his father was named Julius Caesar. Dude, you just in my mind, something blew up just now, man. You're gonna have to give me something to look at. Give me some sort of link to somewhere with that, man, because that's crazy. Cliffy Icon says, could I please ask why you think they booed Taylor Swift? Was that some race bullshit? Like I said, I didn't watch it. They booed her because she's a fucking idiot and because of the whole shit going on right now with Blake Lively and the dude who wrote the movie, what's his name? Do you remember the name of the guy who wrote the movie This Ends With Us? Why do I know this? Because I watched too much fucking YouTube. That's why.
Justin Baldoni.
Justin Baldoni. He wrote,
Mhm.
if you don't know what happened, he basically wrote that movie This Ends With Us. You know, sum it all up. He casted Blake Lively, who is married to the dude who plays Deadpool, and she tried to take over that movie from him.
Blake Lively did.
Blake Lively tried to take over the movie, started rewriting shit, and then started having her husband, Ryan Reynolds.
I like Ryan Reynolds.
And this girl,
Taylor Swift,
pressure him. And she was sending him text messages like, I got friends in big places, and you know, you don't want them to go out. And then she's suing him. She's suing him now for sexual misconduct. And they, you know, Justin Baldoni's like, what? And then, so now he's countersuing her, and he's bringing all the receipts. He actually has a website that's up with all the receipts.
Oh, dude. Okay. On. We got to. All right. So
that's the crazy shit.
Okay.
Right
so I want to go. Let's tie up Caesar isn't real, and then we'll go into the Justin Baldoni things because I'm interested in both.
But that's why it started with why were they booing her? Because she got involved in that shit and tried to muscle and let me tell you something. Baldoni is a nice dude. I don't know him, but like in all this shit, even the way he's handling this seems like a really nice dude. Some would say beta. He's like a beta dude. You know what I'm saying? So right off the bat, when she came at him with the whole sexual misconduct, everybody was like, what? Dude. And because she put that lawsuit, and this movie was supposed to be like this dude's, you know, dream to do this movie, right? Mm-hmm. On the day they had the release,
flopped.
The movie did good. They had him and his family in the basement, dog, watching the premiere.
What?
Because she said I can't be in the same room with him because she was so upset about how he essayed her. You know what I'm saying?
What's the name of the movie? It Ends With Us.
It Ends With Us. Fuck. Yeah, so that's why she got booed, because all that stuff is coming out. This dude bought the receipts, you know, that basically they try to muscle him out of his own movie, and she backed him.
And he's in the movies too.
Yeah, he's in it. But that's what she said, and she's saying that like it happened during the scenes where they're supposed to be romantic with each other. It's ridiculous.
All right. Hold on. Let's get we'll go back to some. Oh shit, we got a ton of comments.
Yeah, go to the comments. Let's go to the comments. All right. I was just answering one of them. I was answering Cliff's. That was the last one. Was Cliff's.
No, okay.
She said, "Why did they boo?" King Handle says, "If you're a Gaul supporter of Pompey, Mark Antony,
Pompey, dude, Pompey.
No, Mark Antony, you probably don't like Gaius Julius Caesar." Timur says, "Joseph Justice Scaliger was a Franco-Italian Calvinist religious leader and scholar known for expanding the notion of classical history from Greek and ancient Roman history to include Persian, Babylonian, Jewish, and ancient Egyptian history."
Yeah, so this is the guy here. So expanding the notion of classical history from Greek and ancient Roman. So he started including these other cultures. Academic out. Okay, so he was in France, Geneva, back to France. And this was all about I think the Council of Trent was right around here too, if I'm not mistaken. That was like that was like when they split, you know, like the
So wait, so are you saying that he just came up with a Julius Caesar and just started talking about this and everybody just accepted that?
Yeah, here you go.
Just change the word expanding to creating.
Yeah, so he
I understand what he meant.
Yeah, okay.
That instead of they say he expanded it, but actually he created it.
Mm-hmm.
But wouldn't there be some backlash to him creating a whole leader of an empire that wasn't that like the big empire of the time?
Yeah, but this is also, so we've talked about this before because I think the Council of Trent was between 1545 and 1563, which is at the same time that this guy wrote this book, right? Because he was born in 1540. So he would have wrote all this stuff after the Council of Trent. See, he worked for the church. So what happens is that's when there was the split, because the Roman Catholic Empire was, multiple deities, like, all this sort of stuff, right? So they split off, and some people like Timur allege that at that time they completely just rewrote the history books, from if you take every piece of history that we have, like book that was written, you could go back to this guy's books in 1570. They're like the original sources. Like if you were doing a bibliography,
But what I'm
and
saying
just keep
is,
going back and back and back and back and back.
but at some point, wouldn't there be people that would be like, that's not like right now they were trying to rewrite history, I guess.
They're doing it right now. I mean, Timur's saying it right now.
Yeah, no, they are trying to rewrite it, but you got a bunch of people like us going, what are you fucking, I guess when we die off, they just go and believe what was said, right? That's how it works.
Well, bro,
like, even though we're all saying that shit is bullshit.
What have we known? I mean, it's like we thought.
Well, we know what we lived in our lifespan, I'm saying. Like,
do we?
Nobody could rewrite that you was a fucking, that you went through what you went through.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? No one could sit there right now at this particular time and say there was never a drug called heroin that people used to be addicted on. You'd be like, but wait a minute, I lived through that shit. I know that to be true, right?
Yeah.
So you'd still be around, even though they're trying to push, oh, no, you're bugging. That never happened to you. They just wait for you to die. And then everybody else after that believes it. Is that how it works?
I think so, bro. Yeah, I mean,
so. Did I frame that question correctly? In other words, for me to try to understand what I'm not a smart person, people.
Bro says like getting rid of statues ring a bell.
No, it does. It does ring a bell. But like I'm saying right now, if they tried to say that somebody,
if China conquered the U.S., they'd rewrite a bunch of shit. Dude, it only takes like 100 years to erase the memory of a culture. Dude, look at a couple of different cultures. Look at the Native Americans and look at African in America. Like, no clue, bro. Like there's a lot. Like, I mean, you can.
I think the information is there, but that's not what they're pushing. That information.
Correct. But even if you were to ask, I was, and I don't know this for a fact. Maybe if we have some people can ring in the comments. But like, I know my family immigrated here from Italy, in the 1930s. There's not a lot of, other than verbal record, of when, they were brought over here from like the slave times. Like all that stuff was smashed. Names of the tribes, names of the culture, the language, all of it
family
gone.
Came over when Fidel Castro released all those prisoners and sent them to Miami. Wasn't your father on that boat?
Timur says McGraw-Hill.
Wasn't your father staying someplace screaming, "Revenga! Revenga!"
My brother used to call me, what was it? Oh God, what the fuck was that kid's name?
Right,
no, Elian Gonzalez. That was my nickname when I was a kid. Elian Gonzalez. You remember him?
Yeah, I remember him. They found him in the fucking closet. The famous picture. They're pointing guns at him, and he's like,
"Yeah,
where is he now, man? Where is Elian now?"
Fucking Cuba, baby.
Yeah, but where is he? Is he like in the jungle fighting?
He's an engineer and a politician.
Oh, look at that. See, has he ever visited the USA since then?
I don't think so, dude. Yeah, I don't think so, dog. Yeah, bro, I would love to go to Cuba, dude.
Really?
Oh, fuck yeah, dog. What? Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I speak good Spanish. The Cuban people are fucking great, bro.
Yeah.
Love my Cuban people.
Okay.
Ellos tienes amor para mí también.
I mean, I've never been nowhere, and I believe all the propaganda. So I feel like every other country, people walk around with machetes.
Well,
I believe that goes on in every country.
How do you know they're just not getting ready for dinner?
I mean, maybe they're just chopping fucking coconuts. But I still don't like a place that everyone's walking around with machetes. And I feel like that's everywhere because I believe all the propaganda. Timur says 1540 is when the printing press was invented. This is when the lies were spread. There had to be some truths. Do you believe that, Timur, that every now and then they sprinkled a little truth? Every now and then?
You think so, G?
Is it all a lie? Don't we have to, in some way, have to say there were sprinkles of truth and shit. Like, I mean, there's really not. And we're at a point now, no one even gives a fuck. They try to kill the president. No one's even talking about that. Oh, there's that famous picture. Yeah, look at that guy.
Yeah.
And you know what he's saying? Like, that's the thing. It looks like it's sad, but he's like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, dude, look at this.
No reason to cry.
Yeah. Dude,
that's
look at
what
this.
He's saying. He's
look
not
at this
aggressive.
Look at the ad to the right, though. It says, hey, Philadelphia, get connected with a tech expert. And they got this guy with fucking pink hair, dog. Why do you think I'm going to let that motherfucker do my taxes, son? You see that ad?
I think he's a person who got his taxes done.
I don't think so. No, that's Victor.
No,
He's a
tax
expert.
Tax dude. Yeah. See, no, I don't want that. I don't want that, man. If you can't even decide on a good hit, if I can't agree on your fucking haircut, I can't have you looking at my books. Bro says the greatest lie starts with an obvious truth. Janet Reno. Well, yeah, man. Listen, YourTube. What's going on, YourTube? Hello, brother.
YourTube, what up? First time
coming. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying there has to be a little, a little bit of truth sprinkled in shit here and there, even though a half truth is a lie. Themo says, bringing back memories. Yeah, man, that's all we talked about with this shit, right? King Handel says, well, they actually kept meticulous records of slaves where they got them because they were property. Europeans recorded where they got them because some slaves that were sold to them were warriors.
Okay, sure. But do the people who are grandchildren of them know that, know where they came from? Or great grandchildren of that know where they came from. And I guess I'm just illustrating that point to show that, like, you can wipe away somebody's family history pretty quickly. Like, we know where we're from, dude. But if like an adopted kid, bro,
well, especially your family history, because it seems like the buck stops with you.
Yeah, dude.
In order for you to keep a history, you got to keep producing.
Oh, I will, baby.
And the buck seems to stop here.
King Hansel says these warriors didn't make for good slaves, so they stopped buying those from those African countries.
They were like, nah, we can't buy them. They're too good. It's like the washing machine that doesn't break. You know what I'm saying? You can't put those out there because then we'll never make any money. They got to break. They were too good. They were like,
well, dude, that's like
these dudes will fuck you up,
bro.
It's like going to the fucking. It's like
the
going
refrigerator
to the pound.
From 1950.
It's like going to the pound and picking up a huge rat wallet that used to be in fucking dog fights.
Are you calling African slaves Rottweilers, dog?
No, I'm saying the equivalent of a warrior. I mean, what the fuck? We can't look at anybody like any fucking. You can't use any analogy of animals to talk about anybody.
A dog, dude?
Nah, like if you say gazelles, right? We can't say that to describe how fast black people run. Even though if you think about it, I guess black people really was that they actually compare to animals. Because if a white dude runs fast, they're just like he runs as fast as a black guy. If a white dude could jump, then like he could jump as high as a black dude, right? Yeah. If he's very acrobatic, they say, oh, look, he can flip like an Asian. But for some reason, when we talk about our African brothers, they always go to animals. Well, maybe it's because it's the super ability, man. Maybe instead of looking at that as a bad, maybe we should actually look at that as like, shit, I'd rather be compared to like strong as a gorilla rather than being strong for a 5 foot 425 pound man.
I don't think it's I think it's also
I'm a silver lining kind of guy. I try to look at things positive.
At least you're not a silverback kind of guy.
When that dude called me an asshole last week, for a second I did think, well, it's a very important part of the body. Without it, the shit would just fall right out of you.
Which it does, dude. With you, it is kind of like that.
No, I have to like sneeze or cough.
No, dude. You
or laugh.
You just have to be in front of a microphone.
Oh my God! I wear adult diapers. They're called saggies.
Are they boxers or briefs?
Dude, I said some stupid shit the other day, man. I said to my son, you know what AI stands for? He said artificial intelligence. And they listened to me and I said Antonio Iglesias. And I just started dying for no reason.
Dude, that was like that. I love jokes like that. Like that was like the when you went to that concert with him, and I think it was with his lady, right? You guys went to the concert, and you just started cheering like super insane
for the act that nobody knew.
Yeah,
nobody fucking knew them at all, and I was going berserk. They thought I was the reason they came.
Yeah, dude, I like when you go into a store, you know, they got the name tags and say it's like, you know, you got Jennifer as the cashier, and I get in her line. I'm like, yo, Jen, how you been? Yo, what's going on? Oh yeah, I haven't seen you in such a long time. Like you have a superficial conversation with them as if you know them, but never ask.
I've never done that. Questions. That's kind of dickish of you, making somebody think that they forgot somebody. King Handel says, Brian, slave owners kept records up till the Civil War ended. By then, the census had been around for almost 100 years. But I would have to think even back then, some people dodged it. Like, have you ever filled out your census?
No, dude. No. You know what I was thinking about the other day, though, bro? We get assigned a number at birth, bro. They just give us a fucking number.
Your parents
like, we don't give a shit what your fucking name is. We want that
they
number,
got a record. They
got a record.
They know you're there. They don't need me to fill out a paper to keep letting them. It's like a forwarding address.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, when I moved, that's when all those bills stay with that address.
You know, and they're like, oh, but you needed to get the funding for that section. I don't take government funds, so don't worry about me. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about me.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, so what was the other thing we were gonna
the Blake Lively lawsuit.
Yeah. So what I mean, I guess you told me about it.
Well, I mean, that's what it is. But the thing is, she didn't cross the T's and dot her I's. Apparently, this guy has all the
his website, yeah.
Apparently he has all the receipts and all the like back and forth that they do in the Texas. The dude's mad polite, you know, trying to cater to her. You know, she's one of those chicks, like that chick who shit on this dude's bed. What was his name? Who's the dude that was there? Everybody was watching the trial with him and his lady.
Fucking Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Johnny Depp, yeah. So she's like she's another Amber Heard chick. You know what I'm saying? And
I always liked her. I like
this girl. Got did you? I never cared for her.
Mm-hmm.
I never cared for this chick either.
Amber Heard.
Yeah, I didn't care for Amber.
I didn't know who she was. I didn't know who she was.
I didn't care, and that's the thing. I think less people nowadays don't care.
Yeah, hold on. We're missing a couple.
Nice taste and imported. Timor says, and Black people are Native Americans. Very few came here from Africa. Well, I believe Black people are Americans. I totally dismiss African American. You're American. You were born here. Don't worry, G. Everyone came from monkeys. Yeah, that I don't buy. Timor said Puerto Ricans probably those smaller monkeys. Well, I am the little monkey. Ask any of my people, man. I'm the little monkey. That's how I stay looking young and fit as a fiddle. Like a tiger.
Yeah, dude, you be eating bananas like a motherfucker.
I don't actually. I don't like bananas.
Yeah, dude, I've seen you pinch you pinch.
You've never seen that. You've never seen that.
Him out of a peel, and you
never seen that,
bro. You can cut him. You don't have to eat the whole thing.
You gotta for.
You don't have to eat the whole thing at once, bro. Like, come on, take little bites, G. Little bites.
You know what, man? You made me feel good about myself.
Those big teeth, bro. Use them.
You made me feel good about myself. It's like you come at me and you have to make shit up. So I'm like, damn, I must be doing good. This motherfucker can't come at me with nothing that's even like resembles me in at all.
No, you see, I like to make stuff.
I'm an alcoholic.
Instead of going for the truth and being mean. Like, I have class. You have none. Yeah. I am tall. You are short.
Dude, if you were,
I am handsome. You are not.
I've been on a lot of Popeye references lately. For what reason I don't know.
Poor. I am rich.
That is true. I'm broke, man. I don't care. I'm
You're
richer than you are, but I'm
That's
broker
not
than
true at
you are.
all. My spirit is full, son. I retired at 31. Gee, how bad can my life be, son?
No, you got the life, dog. I don't even say that, man.
Who's going to Florida this week? Have fun in the snow,
Yo,
bitch.
dude, just know, how are you getting there? How are you getting there?
We're driving
You're
on a
driving?
spirit plane. It's going
No,
down.
actually, yo, look, say what you want about Spirit.
Yeah,
They
they get
haven't been going down.
yeah, they get you there, dog.
They've been making it there, dude. Say
Yeah.
what you want. You want to know why? I think there's more prayers on a spirit on a spirit flight. I think the minute they start,
Yeah,
everyone's
dude.
just fucking
Yeah.
praying. So I
Yeah.
think the prayers get you there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're safe on Spirit because I was gonna say
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah. Did
All
you know
right,
they
if you were flying anything else, good luck.
they have barf bags and Bibles behind the seat on Spirit flights.
They're behind the seats. They don't even drop.
No. What, the Bible? No, the Bible's behind
Oh,
the
the
seat.
Bible.
Yes, you can read it when
Like
you're taking
hotel
off.
rooms. They don't even put
Yeah.
those in hotel rooms anymore, man.
Out west they do, bro. Yeah, bro. It depends on where you're at, dog. You go
They
out
don't
there
do that
in the
shit out
country.
here, man. Out here, they don't do that. And they used to do that shit because most people go to a hotel room, they're depressed. A lot of people unalive themselves in hotel rooms and they
Yeah.
go in there,
Or
find the book,
fornicate.
or fornicate. They're about to
Yeah.
cheat on their spouse and they go and they see the
That's
book.
that's when they were owned by
And they don't even need
Christians,
to
dude.
open it. They just go in there
Yeah.
to pull it open to see if there's money in the drawer and it just pops out. God, and then they second think it. And then they fuck the whore and feel guilty the next day, buy their wife a diamond. And the lady's like, oh, this is so beautiful. What did I do to deserve this? It's what I did. It's what I did. And you deserve it.
Yeah. And
this
now
would have never happened if you did anal.
now there's just an Indian restaurant at the bottom of the hotel.
What happened?
I said now there's just an Indian restaurant at the bottom of the hotel.
Bottom of what hotel? Were we talking about a specific hotel?
Well, I'm just saying you said they don't have them in hotels anymore, and that's the demographic of hotel ownership's changed in the last 40 years.
Yeah. But I never went to any hotel that had an Indian restaurant downstairs.
There's just that one right by on the way to
just because there's an Indian dude behind the counter, that don't make it a restaurant, dog. They have to have food or something, man. Yeah, I mean, there's an Indian dude downstairs, but I don't remember him serving any fucking food, unless you're gonna tell him telling me where the fucking for him telling me
breakfast.
Continental breakfast, my ass, dog.
No, the hotel by the hotel.
And what the fuck is a continental breakfast? On what continent? That's what they fucking eat for breakfast. What's a continental breakfast, first of all?
The American continent.
But what is it? What's included in the look that up. What is a continental breakfast? Because I know that means that they don't got eggs or sausage. I know that's what that means. When they say continental, that means there's no eggs, no sausage.
Correct. A continental breakfast is a light option, typically consisting of pastries, baked goods, fruit, toast, and coffee.
Garbage. So basically toast.
No. Yeah, dude, toast. But the continental breakfast.
Maybe a bagel.
Maybe a bagel and a schmear.
And sometimes that'll come with waffle. Most of those places that serve continental breakfasts, they'll have a waffle maker. King Handle says, Brian, King Handles is on this, yo.
Dude, it's all right. Yeah, no, I knew he would be. That's why I started saying it.
King Handles says, and tell me if I read this right. Brian, in addition, blacks fought in every war, so that makes it easier to track ancestry because soldiers had to be recorded to get an accurate count of how many soldiers you had that can fight.
Yeah, but I'm still saying, how accurate are those records? There could be.
Well, I think also the point. I think the point you were trying to make is that they want to make it go away. They can make it go away.
That's what I'm saying. What do we know
about? They could destroy those records and create their own. And
the cradle of civilization came out of Africa. The oldest civilizations are there, and what do we know of them? Virtually nothing besides Egypt, which is a farce.
My man Rocket T would say, everybody African. Jama, let me say, everybody African. We sit on top of the river, sit on top of the diversion. They say, me Rocket T, me come to teach a nation. We don't give a damn about it. Check out Skadanks, man. They're back together again. Speaking about groups that are coming out, they're about to drop an album, man. My boys from Skadanks, big up to you guys. Stormy, at least Brian didn't say you peeled the banana with your feet like a girl on YouTube. I might want to meet that girl. You got a chick out there peeling bananas with their feet. That sounds like, yo, man, that sounds like a good task to have for a woman. Bro says everybody, or should I say a woman dating me? Bro says everybody keeps their friend around that after the conversation, you can say, man, I'm glad I'm not like that.
Yeah, that's why we're friends.
Is that what you say about me, Brian? You're glad I'm not like Gary?
No. I said I wish I could be,
because I would understand. You know, bro says safe travels.
Thank you.
Yes, man, and I agree. Safe travels. I hope your wife gets there safely. Timur says that's really solid. When you take spirit, your prayers will get you there.
Stage it, especially after that hoax skit. Yeah, we should. Man, that's a skit in the making. Muffins are muffins and coffee for continental breakfast.
Yeah, but they
toast
have
and tea, very British. At Gary, continental breakfast is powdered eggs, microwave bacon, and small packets of syrup.
Nah, but that's the thing. They don't have eggs, man. There's no eggs. There's no bacon. That's a breakfast. Pancakes they might have, but that's if they have a breakfast. If it says continental, that means you got to go somewhere to get some real food. King Handler says, Brian, that's because the Brits and French have the history in their museums. Americans were late to the party.
That's exactly what I'm saying, dog. It's exactly that was my point that I was illustrating, is that, you know, within 100 years they can just, I mean,
they can blow up the museum.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. They can just destroy everything.
I don't think you should have all your history in one building. Kind of doesn't make sense, right? Putting all your history in one building. Isn't that like putting all your eggs in one basket?
That's why I have multiple houses.
But then again, where else are you going to put your eggs? Oh, carry 2 baskets. Makes sense.
Yeah, or
but then you're putting all your eggs in 2 baskets.
No, but you move.
And now if you trip, you ain't got a hand to put out. So now both your hands are full with baskets. You do a face plant, both the baskets go over, and you still lose all your eggs. I would say if you can fit them all in one basket, put them all in one fucking basket, but be ready to defend.
All right, man. Quit yelling at me.
I'm sorry. I got excited for no reason on that, man.
Yeah.
My second drug just kicked in. My people never been to Africa. Only those monkeys that turn to people. Ooh, Stormy says it's real. I can email Brian the clip.
That's the Banana Toe girl. Yeah, send that shit through.
Timur says Smithsonian actually monopolizes American artifacts.
I believe that.
So, Timur, do you believe that there are when it comes to the dinosaurs, all those bones and shit, you believe those shits to be real?
Oh, I doubt that, dude. Timur does not believe in dinosaurs, I don't. Bro. Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't believe those bones are real, man.
Yeah, I don't think so, dude. I really do think the dinosaur thing it's a hoax, dude. Yeah, fake as fuck.
See, here's the thing. Dinosaurs fake as fuck. But here's the thing, man. Like, so then that would mean all the people in that business, right? They're like all just full of shit, and like they all know it.
Nah, yeah, that's a good point, dude. Yeah, it's a good point.
Or is it that they only tell the people who are gonna make the discovery?
Exactly. Yeah. Who's actually out there in the field finding it? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they say, listen, you're gonna find. You want to be famous? They kind of come at you like Diddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like they're not really good looking. The dudes all like, and they come over and they say, listen, you want to be famous? You want to be one of the Indiana Joneses of archaeology, right? Archaeologists, that's what they're called. Am I right? Probably not. It's probably like some other. I can't hear you. You're not. How odd. Something's not working on Brian's end. Did you mute it? Does it take a battery?
Can you hear me?
All right, there you go. Now I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. See, now you just ruined my flow. I forgot what I was saying.
We were talking about the dinosaurs.
Yeah, so they come up to them, they say, you want to be one of the famous, What do they call them? Is that what they call them? Or they
Archaeologists.
archaeologists?
Archaeologists. Yeah,
All right, because I know they got
archaeologists.
like fucking all these other
No,
ologists out
no,
there.
you had it
But
right.
anyway, they say you're gonna be famous. You're gonna find the T-Rex. You're gonna find these bones. We're gonna call it a T-Rex. And what do? They send him with a crew over there, and they already have it buried, so that all the people that are around them are unknowingly to them in on the hoax. Is that how it would be done? Or is everybody just in on it? And, I'm going to become an archaeologist and lie to people.
Oh,
See, a
paleontologist.
yeah, I knew it. I was about to say there's other ologists. What's an archaeologist? They just
someone who digs. Yeah, it's a digger.
They just dig. But if you're looking for bones, then you're a paleontologist. You can discover bones. Only takes one fool to authenticate what it is.
That's true. You could find bones, but they could tell you, oh, this is a T-Rex bone. This is because they never found a complete skeleton.
But I think
they find one bone.
Yeah, but like if you find a rib, birds are dinosaurs. I think some of them. You ever look at those fucking seagulls?
Yeah,
fucking dinosaurs. King Handle says, does the girl with magic feet have an OnlyFans? Ask it for a friend. I would ask myself, but thanks for looking out, King Handles. King Handle says, Gary, one of the ancient Gary, one of the ancient Greek ghosts stuck something in Brian, messed his whole mouth up. Did you get face fucked by a Greek ghost?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Caligula ghost?
No, it was Julius.
Julius.
It was just Julius Smith.
Cliffy says, so what came first, the chicken or the egg? The chicken. Themor says, dudes out there looking at rocks and saying they came from the skies. Themor also says, I got a garage full of dino bones and space rocks. What do you mean, crack? That is a good business. They used to call them space rocks.
Space rocks?
I ain't never smoked no crack. Boy, I used to love them space rocks in the 80s, though.
Yeah, dude. I remember talking to my my aunts, and I was like talking about like meth. They're like, oh my God, you did meth? And I'm like, yeah. And they were like, we would never do that. But back in the day, we used to do crank. I'm like, that's meth, yo. Crank is fucking meth, yo.
You could just say it's speed.
Yeah, dog. It's both, all or the same.
I remember talking to my man once. He's showing me all these different drugs and shit. I'm like, yeah, I'll take some of that Molly shit. I can move that, I can move some acid. And he's like, he tells me it's something fiend. And I said, what is it? And he says again, like methamphetamine. I don't know if that's what he said, but it was basically meth. And I said, meth? I said, dude, I ain't selling no meth. And he's like, you could just say it's speed. I said, nah, motherfucker. I know what it is. I ain't fucking with that. It's just speed. The fuck out of here, man.
It is just speed.
He said, I ain't selling no meth. That motherfucker said, you could just say it's speed. Terrible. Hey, what up, my brother?
Zero in the house.
I hope all is well. King Handle says, yeah, hearing my dad talk about dust when it first came out like it was a cig was wild. Dude, your pops was wild because that shit ain't fun. That shit is not fun. I don't know how anybody could be a dust head. That shit is one of the worst drugs there are, man. I think.
Bro,
one of them.
Yo, dude, I was in rehab with this dude from Philly, right? It was like I don't know, maybe my first. I don't think it was my first time. I think it was like my second or third. So I'd like been around the block, and like when you go like in there, dude. Well, bro, there's a lot of young punks in rehab, and when I went to rehab, dude, I was like, beaten and broken. I wasn't like they're like the bad boys of rehab, and it's like, dog, why you doing that shit?
They're like the weed heads. You have to
no.
Man, you ever suck dick for weed?
There was always invariably, especially early on, that there was like some kid who's like, parents thought they smoked too much. So they sent him to rehab. And it's like that kid always came back a couple years later, like on heroin. It's like, dog, don't send him to school, dog. Don't do that. Don't
sending your kid to prison to make a point.
Yeah,
You know what
nah,
I'm saying? No,
don't do that.
let him do a couple of days, and then he goes in for a
Nah.
couple of days. Someone tries to rape his asshole, and he has to fight to defend himself. Now he catches a charge. Now he's in there for 6 months. You
Yeah,
know,
but
and then
dude,
in those 6 months, he can't fucking manage. He's pissed at you like a motherfucker, so he's very unruly. He's getting put in the hole. They add another 6 months. Now that motherfucker did a year just so you could prove a point. Then he comes out, smashes you with a hammer, and you wonder why. Why did he do that? Because you tried to prove a point. The point was made. And I think his point was made louder.
point taken.
With a harder period. I'm just
Well
saying,
said.
man. You know, that's
Well said.
ridiculous. Sending your kid to a rehab just so he could, you know, because he's smoking weed, send him to a rehab. And then he's hanging out there with all these fucking dudes telling him, weed ain't shit, dog. You really want to feel something good. You know, you got to do that heroin.
Yeah, I remember though, dude. I was
When did it become heroin?
Well, no, well, it used to be heroin, but that was back when only it was in the black neighborhoods. It was
when
heroin.
it was jazz, it was heroin.
Yeah, when it was jazz.
And then when did it become heroin?
When the white guys started doing it. You know, because like, bro, I can't say heroin. Like, how weird does this sound if I say heroin?
I thought that's what you would say.
Heroin? Nah. See, they were always everyone said dope. In my time, it was really people were like a bag of dope.
They would say that about weed, and I didn't like that. I'd be like,
that's like the old school, like old white guys. I feel like say dope. Like Nancy Reagan, people say weed is dope. Like it's all dope. But yeah, it was. I mean, I always called it heroin. I always thought it was a cooler name. It sounded better than dope.
Heroin sounds
it does.
Heroin.
Dude, it's a nice word. Heroin. It's the hero inside you.
It's the female hero inside you.
Yeah, dude.
I can see why you relate to that.
Yeah, dude.
No. It's the female hero. It's not the hero. It's the female hero inside you. So I definitely understand how you relate to that.
No, there's no E in it, dude.
There's no E in heroin?
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me there's no E in heroin?
No, at the end.
Oh, it doesn't matter. There's an E in there somewhere. Where you put it don't make a difference.
But if you just put a space, it would be hero. It's heroin. The Buddha says God made the chickens. Timur says, did it all start with sniffing glue and huffing paint? The glue sniffing a gateway drug.
I never sniff. I those are like broke drugs. That's like the broke man's drug, like huffing Krylon.
Yeah, or like
shit like that. That's
whippets,
like
gasoline.
Never got into the huffing anything.
Dude, bro, there's
back
nothing
in my
like,
day.
There's nothing like
the drug of choice
was premium.
Horse cum.
No, dude, it was premium from Sunoco.
We used to fill it up and light our faces. King Steve, what did King Adam say? Did we read that one? Yep, a lot of Greeks up there. Steven says, just think, Jesus never had pork roll, egg, and cheese on a roll. And yet he created it. What makes a deviled egg deviled? Someone's smoking. I'm heroin. That's a inside comedy joke right there. Cliffy Icon says, tell that to the skeptics that approach me with carbon dating and various methods and forms of analysis, i.e. the telescope, oscilloscope, right? Oscilloscope, etc.
I'm not sure what that is. I think we should look that up. Oscilloscope. It's a test instrument that captures and displays behavior of electronic signal. So it's electronic.
Yeah, those are like things, dog. I look at those things like I gotta believe you're telling me that's what it's doing. It's like when you see those ghost chasers and they all have instruments.
Yeah, but what about a telescope? I mean, you like a telescope?
Do I believe a telescope? I believe what it shows me. I mean, it's never really talked to me for me to believe anything. And you know why? You think it's lying to me?
I don't know, dude. Why do you think they call it telly, bro? It's telling something to your scope.
Yeah. But a telescope, you're seeing it's like binoculars. You see.
Dude,
I'm talking about shit.
Dude, I like heteronoculars, bro. I don't fuck with any
binoculars, man. I remember one time that they would say that story the day they raided my house.
Yeah, when you were looking into that lady's windows.
Nah. I went to go get a Dutch. I walked outside. It was a cold winter morning, and I walked across the street, and I saw some dude standing there, and he was like, light denim jeans.
Yeah.
Members
Cop.
only jacket. Yeah. Cops staying there, watching me go in. I go in, I get my food, I come out, and the dude I could tell is pretending to be on the phone. Which right away made me go, something's up with this dude right here. So I go into my house and I'm looking out my window and I see the dude looking at my building. And then he goes around the corner and gets into, those big Mayflower trucks, the ones that say Mayflower.
Yep.
It was like halfway into the, into the place where you unload and halfway in the middle of the street. So it's a one-way street, but you would have to go around it if you wanted to go down the street because it was halfway in the street. So I see him get into the truck and I grab my binoculars and I start looking and I had the gates on the window. So, right away, it takes a minute to find, in between the
where
gate.
You're at. Yeah.
So I get in between the gate. I see the door. I come up like this in the door and I see the motherfucker like this looking at me. And me and him both went. And then I ducked.
Did you get out of there? What happened?
Oh, I got out of there. I got arrested 3 blocks up.
Oh, really?
But they didn't get me in my house. So that was a plus. You know what I'm saying? Because, and what's funny is I had someone coming to see me too. So then I see the dude who's coming to see me and I'm like, fuck, all right, whatever. He comes in through the front. I tell him, do me a solid. Make sure you go out the back because the Jake outside. So he goes out the back and then I'm like, fuck this. I'm getting out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I said, I'm getting out of here. What, I'm going to wait for them to run into my house. So I just like stacked up with a bunch of like 20s and shit through a bunch. Cause I figured I was going to go to the city. I could always move a couple of 20s in the city, make a day out of it, And on the way there, I run into I'm like a block away from the train. And I run into like a really good customer. He's on the 5th floor. He sees me walking by. He's like, yo, G, I'll meet you downstairs. So he comes downstairs. I walk in the building. I sell him 320s. And right when I'm walking out, I get rolled on by like, it was crazy. You would have thought I was doing some crazy shit. But that's how real weed was back then. Yeah. But
I remember that, dude. I remember cops hassling me, dude, for a fucking gram. I had 3 friends of mine.
I had 2 20s on Maryland. Me and they busted him with 3. And it's fucked up because when they got me, they brought my man out the building handcuffed and he was in a robe and chancletas with boxers.
It's like, come on, dog.
And that's how, for weed.
Yeah, let them get dressed.
And I said to them, they said, we got you for selling. I said, I didn't sell shit. They said, what are you talking about? I said, yo, dude, I went to go get some weed. That's my boy. He said, if you're going to go get weed, pick me up 3. So I picked him up 3. I was just giving him what he told me to get for him. I wasn't selling him shit. So I got busted for possession, not intent to sell. King Handle says, yeah, my grandfather said dope for weed. I called heroin dope or heron if I want to sound cool.
Yeah, that's how it was in our age.
Heron does sound cooler.
It does.
Stephen Buddha says, I believe my viewfinder and look where it got me. Timor, the tight jeans, bell bottoms that Kendrick wore a thing for dudes now.
Yeah, I was a little gay. He had those bell bottoms on. That was a little queer.
I rocked bell bottoms once in my life, but they weren't.
Well, yeah, tight. But when, dude? When? I mean, I guess he's an artist, bro.
89.
Yeah,
no. It was probably 91.
Yeah, but were you on stage wearing them? Or was it during that era?
No. It was just an era of, people wearing crazy shit. But they weren't tight. They were like, because baggy clothes were in. It's just that was baggier. Go back to that last comment. I didn't get it. Oh, duck. Steven says pigeon, duck, Kenneth.
That's a duck.
All right. It's a duck. Okay. All right.
Yeah, see the green head? It's a duck.
Yeah. No, it's a duck. King Handle says, Gary, I'm sorry I called the cops on you. There was a $50 reward. I got out with enough time to go pick my daughter up from Christian school.
Nice. Nice.
It's fucked up life. Yeah, man. That was funny. That was a funny school because all the hustlers put their kid in that school. So parent-teachers night was pretty fucking intense. You get people in there that have beef with each other. Why'd you freeze again, dog? Oh,
you freeze. It wasn't me.
You're back. I don't know, dude. I think people would disagree. Who froze on that one? Was it me or was it him? You tell us. I don't know. You know better than I do. And thank you guys for liking and subscribing. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Why not? I mean, look, we don't do nothing to help our to help our fucking whatchamacallit. We need you to do that.
It was him. Rated G said it was him.
Him. Who's him? Timor
You.
said Kendrick
You're him.
wearing those thick OJ gloves. And Steven says, hi, Brian. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I think people are making a bigger deal. I'm aware said that the commercials sucked. I didn't see one commercial that I was like, that's a dope commercial.
What about the one with Lilo and Stitch? When Stitch crashed the car. The golf cart didn't like it.
I don't fuck with Disney. No way, shape, or form.
It's all right.
You know, you're telling me there was a Disney commercial? I missed that one.
Yeah,
we gotta find it. We gotta find it so we can find the subliminal dick that's in it. Because I guarantee you, there is a subliminal. Can we watch it without copyright?
Yeah, it's a commercial, dude.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know how these guys work. You know better than I do, man. You know,
we do not own the rights to this movie, or we are watching it for a newscast purpose.
Oh, now we're newscasters. That's good.
Whatever,
That's
dude.
Rich. That's rich. Let it roll. Let's see. Let's find a subliminal dick.
Element. There's something down on the field.
I see that too. What is that?
Looks like a koala or a dog or a...
They're all out there right now. They're trying to catch it. They're having a real hard time. They've got trash cans.
This guy's got no chance.
I think they got it. Nope.
Now he's gone and driving a cart. Uh-oh. Watch out for the goal. Oh, that thing is indestructible.
I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty dope.
Yeah, and I didn't see it when it happened, but it happened like right when they cut. Like it was gameplay instead of it was the first commercial, so it caught people off guard. You know.
Yeah, that was cool. The bathroom break commercial was my favorite.
Didn't like that, dude. There was some weird kid. It was like the Angel Soft, and it was like an angel telling you to go to the bathroom, and it's like, bro, don't say potty. It's disgusting, dog. Don't say that to an adult. Don't like tinkle like any of that shit, bro. We don't need any.
You say it all the time when you hear you go, I'm gonna go potty. When you have to use the bathroom on the show, you're like, I gotta.
That's not what I say. I say, Gary, hold my hand while I take a whiz.
You say potty.
I say, Gary, will you walk me to the bathroom?
Timor says men's diapers take the crown.
Oh, yeah. What did you call those earlier? That was a good fucking joke.
Oh, Saggies.
Saggies, dude.
It's a real brand. They're better than the other ones, loaded. Stephen Buddha says, I have to bring Stitch back now.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, your Stitch is great, dude.
Oh, yeah, true. Potty. Raymond says potty. Potty. Brian, do you go to use the potty before you leave the house to make sure?
I mean, what words do you find offensive or objectionable? Like, are you on moist? Do you find moist to be a bad word that should be said in public?
Nah. What else could a cake be other than moist? You know?
It could be.
And I think women like it. I think women like when I look them in their eyes and I go, you're so moist.
I'm fucking creeped out by that, dude. That was creepy, dog.
I think it's a turn on. When I look
at
him in my one good eye. When I look him in my one good eye and I go, look at me. You're so moist.
Ew, dude. Ew. We're never fucking after that, bro. Come on. Raymond says just came in an hour late. Did Brian have his first
potty break yet? Yeah, not yet. A cake can be sweet, LOL. Yeah, but that doesn't describe the texture of it. It's either dry or moist.
You can't say it's wet.
What else are you gonna say? Wet? You want to eat a wet cake? That's worse than anything. This
is a wet ass cake, dude.
I never minded the word wet until you just said it.
Dude, definitely. That's what I'm gonna say now. Be like, this cake is so wet.
Gross. Now that's gross.
Dude, this cake is fucking dripping, bro.
I know, and technically people don't like the word moist, but I don't like a wet cake. That's gross.
I have some cake residue on my fucking mustache, bro. It smells.
You are so homosexual.
Here, dude. Do you want to smell this cake residue?
You're gross, man. You were that dude. Oh, dude. Ladies, just know if you were ever with this man, Right
Yeah.
after he left, he went to his
It's got-
friends and shoved his fingers underneath their nose. Just so you know, if you were ever with him, he's that dude. All right. He's the kiss and smell dude.
Yeah, dude, I don't shower for 3 days, so I got that dirty dick, son.
Gross, man.
My dick is dirty.
That's gross. You're like you could have been in the band. Who's the one? What's that band
Motley
again?
Crue, the Motley
Crue.
Yeah, Motley Crue.
Remember
Yeah,
we
me and
looked that up?
Yeah, me and Tommy Lee. Dude, it was like 60-something days, bro.
Gross. And
like
having
100
sex every day.
Yeah, 100 like multiple women, dog. Disgusting.
Gross. That is disgusting. He probably started a new STD. He's probably
Yeah,
ground
bro.
zero for like
Yeah,
chlamydia or some shit.
Yeah, it's chlamydia, dude. Yeah, chlamydia came
Yeah.
out in the
Someone has to start it.
Mhm.
Timur says Brian got those diapers they used on the Apollo mission to the moon. Those 3-day uses. Yeah, he wears those when he drives to Atlantic City. He comes to my house. He's like, "Can I squeeze out my diaper?" I'm like, gross. Raymond says cake residue. Is that
I'm
what they
like-
call it on the hub nowadays? Yeah, that's because he left out the first part.
Gooey.
Beef cake.
Gooey.
Stormy says gooey cake. See, there's so many worse words, man. You know, like in everything all you people said, moist is the best word to use in that scenario.
What about
What?
what about soaked? This cake is soaked.
What about gurgled? Does that word?
Dude, all I'm saying is I
don't
love
like the word. I don't like the word cunt.
I love a nice and tight cake. Dude, that's all I'm saying.
That shit is fucking horrible, dude. I don't even have a response to that gross
Spongy.
spongy. Okay, you could say spongy, but can't you have like a spongy cake that's still dry?
You can.
And spongy, I don't know. A cake that sounds like a contraceptive doesn't really sound tasty. No one hears you, Brian. You went off again. What's up with your equipment, dog? You muted yourself. There you go. Still don't hear you.
No?
No, now I do. Okay, there you go.
Okay, you can hear me now. Hear me
Now I
now?
can. Yeah, I hear you now. Now you're good. What were you saying?
Good. Can you hear me?
What?
Push.
Dude, that's another thing. They're trying to make the NFL gay.
Oh, well.
Push. Whatever happened to a quarterback sneak?
Who said that's what they
That's
call
what
it? A tush push?
A tush push. That's what they call it now, a tush push. Meanwhile, I don't think anyone actually pushes on anybody's tush. It's a quarterback sneak.
Now, I got a question about the dances that they do in the end zone. I'm gonna say it's a little gay. Because they have to like meet up and practice those.
Are you going to say that? Are you going to say that to their face?
Absolutely not. No, I'm going to say it here on this podcast with none of them listening.
How do you know one don't listen, baby? Like I said, sometimes people like to go slumming. They catch something. It's like these dudes suck so bad I can't stop watching. King Handel says, Gary, yeah, the C word is weird. Not a fan of it. Nah, no, I don't like that word.
I like it.
I don't like it. I'm not saying I won't use it.
Oh, look at
in an argument
over there, right?
I mean, the Irish love that word.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
They're not even offended by it. They love that word. You cunt. Cunt.
Oh, look
Now
at
they
this nice cunt over here.
Nah, man, I don't like that word. So you just lost somebody. Someone didn't like that word either, man. They didn't leave when I said moist.
Oh, dude, they left. They left a long time ago.
Why? What words don't you like, dog? Give me a word that you can't hear.
I would say guinea. Guinea bothers me.
Guinea?
Is in those greasy guineas.
Get over it. King Handel says, Brian, that 6'6", 300-pound NFL player is going to watch you while you're walking boots.
They wouldn't be able to fit in my neighborhood, dog. Wouldn't be able to walk into my apartment, dude.
All he has to do is run into his house, and the dude wouldn't be able to fit. He wouldn't be able to get in. He'd be stuck in the door.
Why is he making that face though, bro? You're like, that was like an A&B Bobby face. Like, where's she at, dog?
What's A&B Bobby doing nowadays?
Dude,
I don't think A&B Bobby got bigger fans than us, man.
Popping off on OnlyFans.
Yeah, is she? Does she
I don't
still
know.
got one? Does she still got one? I don't know, man. I don't think she probably made that much money on that shit, dude. You know, she looked like AC hot. She's Atlantic City hot. If she was in Atlantic City, boy, she'd be
Dude, she only has
knocking them dead.
968 followers right now. On
How
her
many do you
Instagram.
need? How
Well,
many
dude,
do you need?
she had like hundreds of them. Maybe this isn't her. Oh, it's her fan
No,
page.
that's her.
Yeah, no, it was her fan page.
Oh, El Fata.
La Farta.
That's the best, man. It really is. Amy B. Bobby. Hey, man.
Oh yeah, here she is.
Kudos to her. You know, she got us talking about her. You know, if you don't know who she is, you got, oh my gosh.
She said,
I mean, I guess I've seen
photo
worse.
dump. P.S. Pics from before I had bacteria in eye. She got some fucking cake residue in her eye, son.
That's because she was looking too close to the asshole. She was down there and homeboy La Farta in her face.
Oh, bro. I don't know. I mean, come on.
She looked all right in that picture, actually.
Yeah, it's like,
In that picture, she looked
oh,
all
dude,
right,
look at this one.
Oh my god. That's your fucking
That
look.
somebody's bringing in good money. How am I cheating just because I have some page that brings in some money? That doesn't even make any sense.
Just talking about our
He should
OnlyFans.
he should be happy. What's
How is
the
that cheating?
drama all about? He would be happy if I was working at a supermarket,
Bro,
at a
the funny thing
McDonald's.
is, dog,
Then it's
the funny
okay.
thing is she's reading from a script and looking at the camera at the
That
same
guy
time.
should be happy that somebody's
She looking at you and me. If I tried to do that, that shit would hurt my head. I'd have a headache, yo.
Dude, yeah.
It's like looking up and down at the same time. She looking at me or you. Both. That's the dude. Dude, that's the dude from the Dunkin' Donuts over there at Resorts. He was talking to Buddha. He was talking to Buddha for 5 minutes, and Buddha didn't even know he was talking to him. I said, he's talking to you. Buddha goes, what? And then he looks at him and goes, oh, and then steps over because his eye was over there. That motherfucker's looking at the cash register and the line at the same time. Sex work is real work. Sex work is real work. I mean, it is.
Yeah, it is real work.
It is work.
I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
I'm not gonna debate that it's not work, but being a hitman is work. It's real work.
Yo,
it's
dude.
not an honorable job, but it's real work. They get paid.
Well, dude, I mean, a sex worker is just another kind of hitman. Don't you think?
In a sense, yeah. They kill you slowly.
Yeah, bro.
They kill you slowly, man.
Yeah, one ejaculation at a time.
And now, like I've been looking at like all these things that the CIA has done, like how they worked with like warfare, where they like come up with germs and shit, and how they done shit to like like the Tuscany shit where they let everybody
Airmen.
Gonorrhea,
yeah,
right? And then I'm sitting there going, how do people still trust hookers? Like, how do you know these dudes ain't like giving them drinks that just give them some new fucking STD that makes your dick explode?
Yeah. At what point did people trust hookers, dog? I mean, I've never met a true hooker that I know.
Dudes trust hookers. I mean, I never did.
I never had, dude.
No. I also haven't come in contact with a lot of hookers. I feel like you got to look for them. I've come in contact with some.
I tell you, bro, if you're doing heroin, they find you. It's like, yo, did you ever call a hooker? I'm like, nah, bro, but they wouldn't stop fucking calling me, son.
Yeah, like I haven't had much experience with even like knowing a bunch of them. I've met a few, but it's not like it's, and I live in AC, it's like I don't know a lot. I've known more strippers, and even strippers, I couldn't say. I could probably count on both hands how many strippers I know.
I know, it's funny though, they have similar names.
Stripper,
like, no, Mercedes. I'm just thinking of one in particular that I knew. Like
Tahoe.
Yeah,
the Bug.
Yo, bro, in Yukon, dude.
Yukon.
Cadillac.
I remember this one bitch Civic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. My favorite was always Navia.
I remember this one Asian chick, Akia. King Handler says, Gary, being a hitman must be so frustrating trying to get somebody who doesn't want to get got. Nah, I mean, they get info, man. The streetwalkers are a different breed. Yes, they are. The clean ones are far more expensive. Yeah, but clean just means they used a wipey after the last dude nutted on them.
Dog. No, they got some class. Yeah, I mean, they don't, though, dude. When you break it down, it's
Do
like,
you honestly think if they got
it's like,
3
listen.
meetings before 2:00 that they're taking whole showers?
If you buy crack,
They're doing exactly what your lady does after you finish having sex with her. You know how your lady just grabs a towel and wipes it and then goes back to bed? That's what they're doing. They're just wiping off the remnants, dog.
the cake residue.
Gross. I remember being in Amsterdam, yo. We were walking through the red light district, and there was this one chick. The line went down the block and around the corner. And I'm like, who the fuck wanted to see her once a line started forming?
Yeah,
especially
bro.
like they're all over the place. But apparently this bitch must have been good at what she did because the line was around the corner. And I'm like,
dog,
yo, that is sick. You know, and then some little like group of Cub Scouts came walking through or something like it was nothing.
Hobath.
Kenneth Amon says Hobath.
Yeah, that's when you with the wipey.
It's sort of like a hoedown.
It's like a bird bath, dude. You just go, you know, you go in the sink.
This ain't Texas. This ain't no whole bath. That's nasty, man. I can't. Gary, you know, there was at least one dude who insisted on going last. Dude wanted her all worn out. Gross, dog. I didn't even like repeating that. You got to put some change on that one for me to read. If you're gonna write shit that I gotta read, throw some change on that shit, man. I gotta read that shit. That shit was gross, man. I did not say that. That came from King Handles. You know. Oh, who is that dude? Brian, I feel like you know dudes like that, man. Those are the type of dudes that roofie.
King Handles is my boy, dog.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you know dudes who like them worn out, like he said.
King Handles is my boy, dog.
Gross.
Shout out to you, bro.
Is it because not much is expected of you at that point, and they want you to finish fast?
Yeah, no, they just want to feel like a man, dog. You know. That's
Bro, how does that make you feel like a man after you went behind like 30 dudes?
You're the one she remembered.
You're the last one standing.
Yeah, the one.
What's going on here? What are we giving you? You want us to give you a fucking palm reading?
You just got to rub one out real quick.
Gross, man. Yeah, those are the hands he does it with, ladies and gentlemen. That's why they're so soft. Gross. On that note, if you guys are still looking for something to buy that special person in your life for Valentine's Day, go to XXXplayground.com and pick up XXX Playground, the board game, the best adult communication tool game ever created by a demented mind, by a debaucherous fellow. He's my man. Hello. Go to XXXplayground.com, roll the dice, get deep, knee deep into someone you love.
Ew, bro, knee deep was so much worse, bro.
For all you foot riders out there.
Just think about how moist your fucking knee could be, dog, if you get XXX.
Oh, your knee's coming out moist.
Yeah, dog.
You made it sound gross. Oh. Nah, I don't like the word. You know. Also, if you want to support the podcast, man, go to BrianLicata.com/shop, or is it Brian T. Licata?
Brian T. Licata.
BrianTLicata.com/shop. Pick up some rated G gear, man, and also some Yo Dom gear while you're at it. You know, and if you haven't already, man, like, subscribe, share, all those things help us out when it comes to the whole realm of this shit. You want to check me out, man? Go to acjokes.com. I'm there all the week. Okay, all the week I will be there.
All the live long day.
You know, it's the closest thing to feel like a job. Timur says, thanks, fellas. Good time. I'm glad you enjoyed the show, man. And for everybody who came and chilled, even if you stopped in for a little while, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I hope you had a good time, man. Brian.
Bro, We got Bro, Kenneth Amon coming in. YouTube, Stormy.
Love you guys, man. Peace out.
Gay.